The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. I am the wisest man alive, for I know one thing, and that is that I know nothing. I know that I am intelligent, because I know that I know nothing. True wisdom comes to each of us when we realize how little we understand about life, ourselves, and the world around us. True knowledge exists in knowing that you know nothing. The greatest way to live with honor in this world is to be what we pretend to be. All men's souls are immortal, but the souls of the righteous are immortal and divine. He is a man of courage, who does not run away, but remains at his post, and fights against the enemy. Worthless people live only to eat and drink. People of worth eat and drink only to live. The way to gain a good reputation is to endeavor to be what you desire to appear. False words are not only evil in themselves, but they infect the soul with evil. If a man is proud of his wealth, he should not be praised until it is known how he employs it. Our prayers should be for blessings in general, for God knows best what is good for us. A system of morality which is based on relative emotional values is a mere illusion, a thoroughly vulgar conception, which has nothing sound in it, and nothing true. Ordinary people seem not to realize that those who really apply themselves in the right way to philosophy are directly and of their own accord preparing themselves for dying and death. I decided that it was not wisdom that enabled poets to write their poetry but a kind of instinct or inspiration such as you find in seers and prophets who deliver all their sublime message without knowing in the least what they mean. Where there is reverence there is fear. But there is not reverence everywhere that there is fear, because fear presumably has a wider extension than reverence. I only wish that ordinary people had an unlimited capacity for doing harm. Then they might have an unlimited power for doing good. I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think. He who is not contented with what he has would not be contented with what he would like to have. By all means marry. If you get a good wife, you will become happy. And if you get a bad one, you will become a philosopher. Nature has given us 2 ears, 2 eyes, and but 1 tongue, to the end that we should hear and see more than we speak. No man undertakes a trade he has not learned, even the meanest. Yet everyone thinks himself sufficiently qualified for the hardest of all trades, that of government. The only good is knowledge, and the only evil is ignorance. The nearest way to glory is to strive to be what you wish to be, thought to be. Be slow to fall into friendship, but when thou art in, continue firm and constant. Life contains but 2 tragedies. One is not to get your heart's desire. The other is to get it. The hour of departure has arrived, and we go our ways. I to die, and you to live. Which is better? Only God knows. Think not those faithful who praise all thy words and actions, but those who kindly reprove thy faults. Remember No human condition is ever permanent. Then you will not be overjoyed in good fortune, nor too scornful in misfortune. Are you not ashamed of heaping up the greatest amount of money and honor and reputation, and caring so little about wisdom and truth and the greatest improvement of the soul? Remember that there is nothing stable in human affairs. Therefore avoid undue elation in prosperity, or undue depression in adversity. Smart people learn from everything and everyone. Average people from their experiences. Stupid people already have all the answers. The shortest and surest way to live with honor in the world is to be in reality what we would appear to be, and if we observe, we shall find that all human virtues increase and strengthen themselves by the practice of them. No man has the right to be an amateur. In the matter of physical training, it is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. If you don't get what you want, you suffer. If you get what you don't want, you suffer. Even when you get exactly what you want, you still suffer, because you can't hold on to it forever. Your mind is your predicament. It wants to be free of change, free of pain, free of the obligations of life and death. But change is law, and no amount of pretending will alter that reality. Falling down is not a failure. Failure comes when you stay where you have fallen. One should never do wrong in return, nor mistreat any man, no matter how one has been mistreated by him. The highest realms of thought are impossible to reach without first attaining an understanding of compassion. The easiest and noblest way is not to be crushing others, but to be improving yourselves. Sometimes you put walls up, not to keep people out, but to see who cares enough to break them down. Be nicer than necessary to everyone you meet. Everyone is fighting some kind of battle. The really important thing is not to live, but to live well. And to live well meant, along with more enjoyable things in life, to live according to your principles. To express oneself badly is not only faulty, as far as the language goes, but does some harm to the soul. My plainness of speech makes them hate me. And what is their hatred but a proof that I am speaking the truth? Wealth does not bring goodness, but goodness brings wealth, and every other blessing, both to the individual and to the state. The secret of happiness, you see, is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. When you want success as badly as you want the air, then you'll get it. There is no other secret of success. It is better to make a mistake with full force of your being than to carefully avoid mistakes with a trembling spirit. Do not grieve over someone who changes all of the sudden. It might be that he has given up acting and returned to his true self.